Hey guys, so it's Julie Bonk, and I decided to do a video blog about how I name my dragons. So right now I have about 6 pages of dragons, and I say that I have actually 7 as you can see here, but the 7th page is empty, and my 6th page is actually completely full of dragons that I'm going to be exalting. So on my 5th page I have a bunch of unnamed dragons, just these guys right here, the general unnamed. And so this is a pretty easy trap to fall into. You hatch like 50 dragons a month and you have to name all of them. And one thing that I see a lot of players falling into is having the same generic names for all of their dragons. Like they go through all the Greek gods, they go through all the Roman gods, they go through characters and popular TV shows, and for me the trick is just to come up with dragon names that are interesting. So let's get started here. The first dragon that I have pulled up is this white, crimson, orange Codal, and both of the parents come from my lair. But you see, I'm pretty sure Andric came from outside my lair. So I have my spreadsheet pulled up with all of my dragon's name on him. So here's Andric, his father. And so this first naming convention is looking at the genealogy of the dragon and deciding if I want to continue one of their family names. And so the two family names that I have here are Breres or Nathami. And so this is a male dragon, so Breres would be the one that we would go with. And what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to Google Breres. No, it is not an established name. So then I'm going to go ahead and do this boy. So usually what I do is I take it to Google and I try to find a name like it, or if there's an interesting name that's related to it. Fisher, Forest, Juniper, Campbell. Not really interested in that. There's also names like Briar and Breer. That would be kind of cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and name this dragon Briar. It's a homage to their grandfather, and it's also an interesting, unique name, which is why that works. Alright, and then moving on, we have this one whose parents were both bred in my, well, Valley was a gift, and then Shamhat was bred in my lair. So what I'm going to do for this is I have a little bit different of a protocol that I'm going to use for this dragon. I pulled up edgy or trendy names for boys and girls. I am 22 years old, so it's safe to say that I'm not going to be having any babies anytime soon. So what I like to do is try out names that are in right now to see if any of them would be something that I'm interested in. Like I said, I always like to have something that's individual, so when I think of that name, I think of this dragon, and it becomes easier for me to recall what the dragon looks like just by the name. So the names before were Valley and Shamhat. So let's see if there's anything like that. Simone would be a good name for that. Or let's see. Female. This is popular baby names for 2014. Briar would have actually been a really good name for this one. Harper would be a good name. Ava Mia. This is one that predicts, this is a thread that predicts rising names in 2014 and 2015. I get all of these things from Googling them. Okay, so let's see. Beatrice would be a good one. Saffron. Azura. Nazarene. Elsa, no thank you. Mirabelle. Okay, Mirabelle's a really good name. I'm picking Mirabelle because it's like the name Jezebel, which is a biblical name. So now this dragon's name is Mirabelle. Okay. Perfect. I only name dragons that I'm going to keep. Dragons that I'm going to exalt, I name Wardum if they're a boy and Abdu if they're a girl. So that way I can track them over time. So this is a girl as well. Melis. Ooh, I kind of like that, but let's see. And I try to decide on the name in a short period of time just because it's not really worth thinking about for a long period of time. Okay, let's go back here and see if there's any cute names that I would like to continue from any bloodlines. Shoreru and Serena. Serena I named after the American distribution of original run of Sailor Moon. Her name was Serena, so that's how I picked that. And Valley Illuminati. Yeah, okay. Okay, so in some instances, what I'll do is I'll have a theme name, and then I'll take it to Wikipedia, and then I'll take either a proper noun or a noun from the Wikipedia page. So that's just to give a little bit of depth to my characters and to explore different paradigms of information and to inspire those who are looking at my lair to do a little bit of research or to put some more thought into my dragons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the founder of the Bavarian Illuminati. I'm going to go with his last name for this. Weishaupt? I don't know. It's a strange word. Okay, there we go. Okay, so binary and Xenon. So if you're not familiar, Xenon is the main character of a Disney Channel movie series called Xenon Girl of the 21st Century. So I'm just going to go ahead and look at the IMDb page and pull something from there. Oh, I had no idea it was based off of a book. That's great. Okay. Wikipedia. I really loved this movie series, and this dragon's parents are named Binary and Xenon. Since Xenon was a hacker, I'm going to go ahead and look up notorious female hackers just to get a cool name from there. Okay, so the name that I'm going to go with is I'm actually going to take Xiao Tian. Okay, so Xiao Tian. Just because if anybody Googles this name, they'll be like, oh, hey, guess what? It's a female hacker. Great. Okay, and let's see. Who's this? Protozoa and Dooku. And Protozoa was the singer in Xenon. We're going to name him Adler. Okay, got another male here. So this dragon is named after Lutz, who was a character in Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century as well. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to go ahead and look at the IMDb page. Bancroft was the name of the character who played Lutz. So I'm going to go ahead and name this character Bancroft. And this is just like a clever tongue-in-cheek way of continuing lineages and having continuity between your dragons without being kind of overbearing about the situation. And Wyndham and Nebula, so let's see. Raven and Frederick. So I'm searching names like Raven because it's kind of neat to go to a name that's similar and you get name suggestions that you wouldn't think of otherwise. I'm going to go with Galadia because it kind of fits the theme of the Xenon dragons. Alright, beautiful. So that's just how I come up with names. It's usually a pretty short process. Sometimes I actually ask my family members for dragon names, but the downfall to that is sometimes you get names like Dragonitza, which is arguably a really, really silly name for a dragon. But my mom was like, you should name her Dragonitza, so I named her Dragonitza. So how do you guys name your dragons? Go ahead and leave a comment below and tell me about the conventions that you use to name your dragons or strategies that you think might be helpful. Also, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be releasing more like this. I am open to messages and friends on Flight Rising, Neopets, and Lyoden. My username for Flight Rising is Raffle, and my ID number is 32072. Alright, thanks, and you guys have a great day.